Hey everybody. Everybody says very loosely as if there's one person watching right now as the stream is just starting. But hi there, everybody watching this now and later. I'm continuing this game, Contradiction, full motion video adventure game. Although I really feel like singing right now more than playing the game. I've been listening to a lot of music today, and I have like a lot of 80s songs in my head. Just sort of humming Billie Jean right before that thing started, or probably when it started actually. So anyway, without further ado though, let's get started with the game. Yeah, why not? Let me put my headphones on. So the last thing that happened was... Oh good, I can hear the game now. The last thing that happened was we were wandering around. So we went to talk to the guy at Atlas finally, who was actually there. And we spoke to him and he told us a bunch of stuff, but I didn't find any contradictions. And then I started wandering around again, and there were these two people basically by a tree in the woods, and they were just like sort of loitering or something. And the police officer asked them like who they are, what they're doing there. You're the police officer. And they basically like, the guy was very like sort of confrontational and was like, looks like he was trying to start a fight with the police. And if this was in the US, like basically he would have got either maced to the face or beaten down by a nightstick or shot or arrested and thrown in jail or some combination thereof, probably all the above. But since this guy, first of all, since this is the UK, and second of all, since this guy is the most pathetic cop ever with the worst possible acting, he just like essentially didn't do anything to the guy, which I was very surprised about. And after they left, then we found there was this symbol carved in the tree. It looks like, a rock symbol, the devil horns, whatever. And then he made a comment about it, like, "Oh my God, this is so strange." I don't know why he thinks this is relevant to the case or anything like that, but that was essentially the last thing that happened. So, I guess just a quick recap. This fake woman died. I say fake woman because her picture is clearly like something which is designed. There it is. It's clearly something which is designed by some app, and she doesn't really exist in real life, is my conclusion. But she was apparently committed suicide, and then we think it's a murder, so we've been investigating and speaking to all these people. And the idea of the game is to find contradictions in their quote-unquote testimony. It's not really testimony, but whatever they're telling the cop. And we already found her friend lied a bunch of times, and she was cheating on her boyfriend, her husband, or something, and having an affair with the guy who ran the cult that she was in. I didn't really call it a cult, but it seems like it's a cult. And then there's twice already that I had to meet people just by randomly wandering around, which is a little bit annoying. But there's actually not a lot of locations in this game, and the full motion video is pretty cool, so that I can sort of give that a pass. That's not a big deal. But the last thing that happened was I found this thing carved in the tree, and I guess now I have to walk around and show it to a bunch of people and say, "Do you know what this is?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, that's like a freaking like devil symbol." Like, I don't know what they're gonna say. But let's go ahead and, I guess they put me at the pub for some reason. Let me go into the pub and ask the lady there. I'm not sure what the point of it is, but...
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
I mean, I must be the worst cop ever to ask her about this.
If I did this, would that mean anything to you?
Yeah, you're a
Why is it
loser.
meant to mean something?
No, it's okay.
It means you're a loser. Oh, I forgot to put the subtitles back on. Let me, doesn't recognize the symbol.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
How do I get back to the main menu here? With subtitles on. Ooh, progress 19%. It actually tells us how far in the game we are, so you know how much war you're in for here. Alright, so she doesn't know anything about the devil symbol. She's obviously not very cool, even though she runs a pub. Let's go talk to the crazy guy in the farm. Oh, by the way, like, I think now would be a good time to call the cops. Like, theoretically, call my police chief, given that some guy actually almost assaulted me. So I'll try to call the chief, and I bet he won't be there. And by the way, I do like how it's getting dark. Like, it's twilight now, essentially. It's an interesting effect how they did that. So far, the chief has not bothered to answer the phone anytime that I called him. And I'm not sure if we're calling the office or what, but I assume we're calling the office, but I mean, how can it be the police station doesn't answer the phone? I mean, I think you could consider it definitely, but I'm not going to do that. Alright, so the police still doesn't answer the phone. Let's go over to the farm. It's check out it got dark. I actually like that. I don't think I noticed it the other day.
A few more
Hey Jeremy, how's it
questions, if you
going,
don't
man?
mind.
Alright, let's ask him about this. I mean, this is so stupid.
If I did that, would it mean anything to you?
Yeah. It's a Satanism symbol. Satanists use it.
I'm sure he
Have you
knows.
ever seen anyone using it?
Tons of people.
Lots of people. Politicians, presidents, CEOs.
Have you ever seen anyone local using it?
Everybody.
Not that I remember.
Okay. That's really stupid. We try to like
That's all
random.
for the moment. Thank you.
Are we trying to randomly find? Actually, let me just go back in for 1 second. Are we trying to randomly find the people that like you didn't want to confront before? Jeremy, before you joined, I was talking about how in the last stream we ran these guys by the tree, and the guy like acted like as if he wanted to beat up the cop, and the cop just let him go. And in the U.S., that would
Be
definitely
back
have
later
been
on, if that's okay.
at a minimum a severe beating. Probably much more than that, but at minimum a severe beating. Luckily, the guy was like I don't want to say it. I was gonna go there, but I won't go there. But regardless, like that guy, regardless of anything else, he probably would have got a severe beating at minimum. All right, let's go. Let's go to Woods Lane. Where's the? Actually, I'm trying to find. Where's the? Wait a second. Oh, it's this way? I'm forgetting where they live now. Oh, there it is. Eden Lodge. Okay. These are like the only other people I can talk to, pretty much. I'm sure she doesn't know what it is.
Few
She's
more
very
questions,
innocent.
please. Thank you.
She'll just lie to me, of course.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
No.
You know what'd be really funny?
It's okay. Thanks.
This guy's like so dumb. It'd be funny. It'd be much better if like he, if the symbol on the tree was like a middle finger, and he kept going around people going like, "Hey, does this mean something to you?" And then like everyone was like beating the crap out of him. That would be funny, actually. I'd love to see that. Every single person, it's like an Easter egg. Every person he goes to like beats the living crap out of him. Jeremy said, "Oh gosh, Doctor, you called Doctor Who." Yeah, he's really messed up. This guy. I don't know. Like, all right, she doesn't recognize the
Okay,
three-finger
that's
symbol.
it for now.
I think you should go around giving people the finger, though. That would be much better. All right, knock for Simon.
There you go. Come on. Cute.
Oh, there actually was a video here. I don't remember that doing that before. He's cooking or something. What's going on?
Smells nice. What is that? Chili pork. I have no idea. You
Something changed.
Oh, no, I used to be more into it. No, I don't do it so much. Used to grow my own herbs and everything.
Not here.
No, at the farmhouse where I used to live.
He's weird like Doctor Who, but that's about
That's where
it.
James lives. Yeah, we used to share a house together. The farmer used to let us use a corner of his greenhouse to grow stuff.
I didn't know
Grow
you knew
what?
James that well.
Well, didn't really get on.
Why do you say you didn't know him that well? You know you sold him homebrew.
Greenhouses.
But it's just through the farmyard at the back.
We already were there.
Interesting.
Why is it interesting? Okay. I don't know why that's interesting.
If I did this,
What is wrong with this
would that
guy?
mean anything to you?
Who did you see doing that?
Someone in the woods carving it into a tree.
That was Kyle.
Okay, good. Now
It's
we
a
know
guy
who it
from the
is.
course. He's an idiot.
And where does
Oh,
he?
he's from the course.
I can't remember. Somewhere outside the village. The three fingers thing is something the students started doing. It's something from the course. The three freedoms.
Oh, okay.
The three freedoms. It's from the course. It's a phrase.
Free to be free.
Free yourself from the things that are holding you back. Right. Things that stop you being
He's such a
successful.
funny look on his face, this guy.
There's fear of failure, guilt, and doubting, a self-doubt.
You believe that?
Yeah, guilt ruins lives. It stops you looking forward. It serves no practical purpose. It's basically destructive.
Right.
Free to be free. Not the most original slogan.
Now I go talk
but
to everyone
I
else
wonder
about
how far
this one.
freedom goes.
Like, if I did this, would that mean anything to you? I agree with you, Jeremy. Jeremy says Jenks legit reminds us of when a murder detective stole their clothes and went to solve a crime on his own. He seems like he has no skill whatsoever. He's just a complete fool. Alright, but I got a freedom phrase
Thank you.
now.
Probably be back later.
Hey, Colton Northern, how you doing? He's like a mix of Steve Irwin and Pee Wee Herman, yeah.
Do you know the phrase "free to be free"?
What's with his eyes, too?
Yeah.
Free to be free.
It's an Atlas thing.
Okay, it's true.
I first heard it when I went with Simon.
What did they say about it?
They said
What
that
they say
you
about
shouldn't
it?
feel guilty if you do something wrong.
Like the smarmy look on his
I don't
face.
agree with that.
No?
No. No, I think you should feel guilty if you do something wrong.
What did Simon think?
I don't know, but I don't think you agree with that either.
A philosophy of people thinking they shouldn't do it, like feel guilty by doing anything wrong, seems like a very dangerous philosophy. Alright, let's leave here.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
Probably back later. Jeremy says, I feel like Pee Wee Herman would have been a better detective, to be honest. Yeah, probably. I'm going to fast travel to the Atlas place. See if I can ask this loser guy. Too bad you can't fast travel right to his office. You can only fast travel to the map dot.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
Alright, so let's first ask him about the hand symbol carving. If I showed you this...
If I did this, would that mean
This
anything
time he doesn't
to
have
you?
quite such a stupid look on his
It's a
face.
devil's sign, isn't it? Is that what you're getting at, Inspector?
This is not something you use on the
Of course
course.
it's not something we use on the course, Inspector. I don't even know what that could possibly mean exactly.
That guy looks so... He still looks like Mr. Bean or something to me. I don't know. He looks very familiar.
Can you tell me a bit about the phrase "free to be free"?
Free to be free, my favourite motto. Well, we teach our students that people, well, they suffer from excessive guilt, don't they? Excessive self-criticism,
Especially...
excessive
Yeah,
doubt.
I won't go there.
Evils of excess, we call them. And we tell our students that if they rid themselves of these evils, then they're free to realise their full potential.
Who came up with all this?
I have a background in psychology.
What's your
Honestly?
background?
Yeah, don't look so surprised,
funny.
Inspector.
Honestly.
There's an intellect lurking in here.
When did you come up with the phrase?
When we were based at the village hall. When I say we, I came up with the phrase. Dad's more the money man.
And very successful at it too, I hear.
Oh, he's
Guy has
successful.
bad teeth also.
But he's not a creative man. Dad suffers from a lack of imagination.
They both look so smarmy. They could, like, sort of, like, compete against each other for creepiness. Alright, so... Ryan invented the phrase, the background in psychology. What about this? Like, he doesn't know how the finger symbol could be used, but then he invented the phrase also? I guess not true. So even though one of the guys says that it's a symbol used in the class or whatever. Alright, so what else did he say? Ryan invented the phrase invented on the base of the village hall. Ryan has a background in psychology. Did he say something else that says he doesn't? Burning cage is symbol used on the course. What's your saying? Oh, freedom again. The freedom necklace. Like, that's the tie there. That's interesting. The mask made by a friend who dies. Yeah, the symbol of the mask represents the triple goddess. What was the triple goddess? Symbols not used on the course. I know, it's ridiculous to ask a question like, have you seen this before? Like, everybody has seen that before. Like, who hasn't seen that before? Reviews for Alice at 6 p.m. Poster designed by an agency. It was the first poster for Atlas. Atlas name picked randomly. Huh. He's got a black mirror himself. He's got black magic attack rituals. I don't see anything that seems like jumps out as a contradiction. Getting rid of silk, killing stuff down. Okay, so this is what the phrase. Free to be free. Alex James. I mean, I don't see any really contradictions between the different stuff that they said. What was the symbol on it? It was like a moon and two moons and a full moon in the middle. No, I don't see anything. Maybe I missed something. What I'd like to know is where this guy Kyle lives, because like, that's what I was hoping this guy would tell me. But all right,
That's all for the moment.
let me
Thank
leave
you.
here and go to the pub. It's a little bit annoying. Alright, did I already did I show it to the pub? Or okay, I can't use the map here. Oh, I can. Okay, let's go to the pub. When I finish this game, I actually fear you find Inspector Jenks is the murderer. I mean, I know I wouldn't. It would be like, you know, it would make sense, but like, this is not intentional. Someone said this is intentional. Maybe you said it's intentional, Jeremy. I don't think it's intentional. I think just like, maybe it was supposed to be funny.
Ever heard the phrase "free to be free"?
Do you mean the Atlas thing? Yes, I have.
Know what it means?
It means being free of guilt.
What do you think about that?
You mean, do I think it's a bad thing?
Do you? I mean, surely if you have done something wrong.
Oh, but that's the point, Inspector. Most people spend their time feeling guilty over nothing, and that's not a good thing.
I don't feel guilty over nothing. I just feel guilty over when I actually do something wrong, which is a lot. So she doesn't recognize the three-finger symbol. It's funny, how come only that guy like ties it together? I don't think there's anything here either. You act as if like they don't know anything until you ask them stuff. It was intentional though. Jenks was to come as eccentric inspector. By the way, I do have the shape-shifting detective. I have for PS4. Okay, I mean like maybe it was intentionally come across as eccentric. I don't think it was intentionally come across as a complete moron, right? I mean, like, that's what he comes across
Be back
as.
later on, if that's okay.
He comes across as like a nutcase or a loser, like, or both. I don't know. He doesn't seem normal. If I had a chief like him in the forest. Well, he's not the chief, right? Because you can call the chief. Let's see if there's anybody up the steps. Just because the other guy mentioned it, I want to
Simon
just check
mentioned another greenhouse on the farm.
Aha.
Must be up the hill over there.
Aha, go further up, okay. I wanted to realize that. Let's go into the large greenhouse. It's dark here. I need a flashlight or something. This guy's a real snooper. What is that? It's mint leaves.
I wonder if James knows this is here. I don't know what it is.
Oh, and
Interesting
shapeshifter
to see what
detective
he
was the
says
chief.
about it.
Got it. What do you find? A bag of weed? Okay. I don't know what there's anything to do with the case here, but the logic of this game is very tenuous. It's like, I mean, I guess a lot of these adventure mystery games are like this, where you have to find these random things that have nothing to do with what you're doing. So it's not just this game that has the sin, but he's doing a lot of things that don't make any sense at all.
Ask about a few more things, please.
No, F off, sir! Like, he's not going to let him do that. It's like a bag of hash. Let's first ask him about the Atlas Freedom phrase.
Ever hear the phrase, free to be free? Heard anyone use that?
Nah. What is it, a song?
No,
This guy's a good actor, though.
Doesn't matter.
This guy's a good actor. He does a really good job of acting like he doesn't give a crap about anything. I think that's a good acting job. He's probably the best one here so far.
Could you tell me what these are, please? I found them in the greenhouse.
Been snooping around on the farm, have we?
It's called investigating, James.
Yeah. Just mint.
I told you it was mint.
Mint leaves.
See?
For cooking.
It was mint. I was right.
I heard you were a bit of a budding chef.
Dabble a bit. Won a few competitions.
Very impressive. So you normally just leave packets of mint lying around?
Must have dropped it.
Okay. He doesn't smoke the weed. Yeah, he's not a bad actor. Is there anything else here about there'll be a contradiction here? Trade is herbal tea. Or we had the herbal tea before. I forgot about that. The mirrors. I don't think so. Alright, let's go. He probably didn't. He's out there annoyed to do the stupid kid to get a paycheck. Yeah, that's probably true.
Probably be back later.
Probably like some annoying guys and they ask you some dumb questions. Just like act as if he's a complete fool, which he is, and just don't worry about it. Okay, yeah, sure, like whatever, mate. Whatever you say. I'm just going here just randomly just to confirm there was nothing there, which there wasn't. Alright, let me go, I guess, back to the pub. I still don't know why I can go behind Brandon. Oh, I guess that's where those guys live. Paul and Ryan Rand. That's their house, I guess? But I probably still can't go in there. No, I can't go in there, but at least that's where they live. Hey there, mate. Can I buy 5 quid, please? Sure, you can have 5 quid. Just first, just sit here and act bored for 20 minutes. Yeah, whatever, mate.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
No, it's not okay. Get the hell out of here now.
Do you know what these are?
Oh, magic mint.
Magic
Where
mint?
did you find this?
Magic mint.
Salvia divinorum. I used to grow it
Ah,
years
okay,
ago.
there we go.
It
Makes you
makes
trip.
you trip.
It is
In
mint.
what way?
It's hallucinogenic.
In what way?
And legal.
It makes you, like,
That's dangerous
trip
to
over your
use.
feet and then you fall on the floor. That's what I meant by trip.
No, I don't even take medicines.
Yeah, the backtracking is a little bit
I like
annoying.
to stay pure.
It's terrible, though. But it's
I
not...
didn't expect Rebecca to know about growing drugs. I know she claims not to use them herself, but I'm not so sure.
Alright, let's go back to just...
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Let's just go back to that James and just say, hey, we found out it's a drug. Let's see what he has to say about that. It's also annoying that it shows the map every time. I mean, it's a little bit helpful, but it's also, like, not helpful at the same time.
A few more questions, please.
Alright, ask about this item.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
Was that skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of Salvia?
No.
Okay, is that going to be like... That's just a contradiction now? Won some cookery competitions. Doesn't know much about plants. I guess you could win cookery competitions without anything about plants. Never heard of salvia. Pack contains mint leaves. That's not a contradiction either? Come on. What's MM on it? Or WW? I wonder what that means. How is that not a contradiction? That's annoying. Oh, Magic Mint. Thank you, Quintal Northern.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
I guess that's how she figured out it was Magic Mint because it said MM on it. Alright, let's go to Simon. He's a druggie too, right? I've heard of Salvia. That's funny. You should have said that.
I'll ask you a couple more things,
Yeah,
please.
mate. I hate that from Harry Potter. That would have made sense, actually.
You know what these are?
No. Look a bit like sage leaves.
Haven't seen them before, though.
Not at all, no.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
Salvia divinorum.
You know what's really stupid?
Magic
Okay,
mint.
I was about to say, why does he say
yeah,
Magic
in the
Mint?
dark. Yeah,
Like,
yeah, I've heard
who would
about
know the
that.
chemical name of the drug?
Once or twice, yeah. But it's not really my sort of thing. It messes with your brain. I've never tried any other drugs
Kate
either.
was taking it.
Well, nothing like that. Nothing hallucinogenic.
Okay. Do we have any... I don't think we have anything to contradict him on. And, I mean, anyway, it doesn't really make sense. I'm just checking really quickly. Yeah, I don't think so. Let's ask Emma.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
What was a contradiction, Colton Northern? What, did I miss something? Oh, you say never seen it before? That's true. Alright, I'll go back and ask. That's a good point.
You know what these are, by any chance?
No. Sorry. I don't know anything about plants or things like that, but you should ask Rebecca. She used to live on a farm. She'd know.
That she did know. That's actually a clue. Thank you for giving me a clue. That's helpful.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
That's my aunt.
Yeah, I've heard of it. It's a drug, isn't it?
Yeah. Hallucinogenic drug. Ever tried it?
No, I've never taken it.
Well, he said he didn't take it, did he? James, like, has never taken illegal substances. It's not illegal. It's the other guy said it's legal, if I remember correctly.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Oh, I meant to go to James. Sorry. Simon, I mean.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
So, has tried... Oh, okay, so I understand what you're saying. I mean, I would think, like, somebody gave it to me, wouldn't really recognize it, but maybe you're right. No, that was too intelligent, Colton Northern. I think that was a good catch, but...
Okay, that's it for now.
That was not what they were looking for. I mean, like, someone could have slipped in his, drink. I don't know, whatever. Let's go back to Atlas. The doors, luckily, are wide open in Atlas. Go to the atrium. Try the lounge door. You'll need to actually look at the drugs you're taking before they take them. Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Do you know what this is?
I found it in your pocket.
Looks like chopped tea bags to me. What is it?
I just thought you might know.
I don't know anything about plants, Inspector. What you should do is ask Rebecca. She knows far more about these things than I do. Messy things, growing things.
Messy things and growing things? What does that mean?
Have you ever heard of Salvia divinorum?
No. What is it?
It's a hallucinogenic plant. A legal one. At least for the moment.
I'm
Wingardium
interested
Leviosa.
in drugs, Inspector. My job. That's the only drug I need. As trite as that
And
may
all the
sound.
alcohol I'm
Do you
drinking.
know any students who may have used hallucinogens?
No. My students
Wasn't he asking
aren't
about Kyle?
interested in that kind of thing. Besides, no one is allowed drugs or alcohol onto the site. I don't think anyone has ever brought drugs to Atlas.
Do you have any medicines on site at all?
No, we're not allowed. Insurance purposes.
This guy drinks like constantly, but he has no interest in drugs. He's been holding in alcohol, like a whiskey since we got here. And it doesn't allow drugs or alcohol at Atlas premises, but he allows drunk people on premises, apparently. Because he said that she was drunk at the meeting last Friday. I know that's a contradiction, but I would certainly call him on that if it was me. But apparently not, because she didn't actually carry... She carried the drugs into her system. That doesn't count, so... How much drinks she... Yeah, I know. He must be drinking a ton. I don't know. Guys, what did he say here? I don't know why I can't ask with that guy Kyle. I guess I have to actually find him. Like, no interest in drugs, zero more drugs, a lot of drugs. Like, give me a message on site. Doesn't know anything about plants. Ride invented the phrase. His background in psychology. Figures the devil's side. Use a black mirror. She got black magic. It's tag rituals. We never took any drugs. Atlas name picked randomly. Ooh, leaves. What's different kind of leaves? Does know about argument in the pub. Triple goddess. Not used on the course. Knows about the window. Bird cage. Hasn't tried Simon's homebrew. Simon does ride a bike. Never sold a drugs license. He was drunk. I think I tried this the first time. It didn't work. Yeah, I mean, like, to me, like, if you see someone drunk at a meeting, like a business class or something, I might suspect they had some emotional problems. But and this one too, frankly. But that's like, no detectable problems. To be fair, I'd be drinking myself to a coma too if I deal with Inspector Jinx. Yeah, fair enough. I don't think I have anything for this
Probably
guy.
be back later.
So did I miss something? Or more likely there's just some place I have to wander. Aha, here we go.
Would you start a session? Do you mind?
I'm terribly sorry. I'll leave you in peace.
Was that nothing? Look at that creepy smile. Oh, interesting. So I guess I can never go in here. It just removed the option for me. Maybe I can go back here later or something. That was actually interesting. The fact they did that was a little bit weird. Starting a session. Like, ugh. He looked like the Joker almost with that smile. Like, I don't know how he pulled that off. It got pretty dark, didn't it? I'm gonna just wander a little bit again, just to make sure I didn't miss something. This is where that guy was carving the leaves into the tree. Not the leaves, the symbol into the tree. Sometimes it gives you a little full motion video, and sometimes it just does not. Aha.
What are you? Private eye?
No, I'm a police inspector.
I know you couldn't tell by looking at me.
I'm investigating a death in the village.
That student, then. They did one last year, too. Same place.
Oh, interesting.
Did what?
Killed
Found
someone.
a student. Ask that psycho about it. He runs that business cult thing up at the big house. Bunch of nut jobs.
That's where I have to get my information from.
Hey, what was the student's name?
How can you remember?
Liam... something? Or sod.
So I can't get my information like from the newspaper archives or like the police library,
Atlas'
computer.
reputation precedes them.
Oh wow, he's gonna call
I think
somebody.
I might call the station. Find out a bit more about this.
Oh my gosh,
Liam.
this is exciting. What?
Hello, DCI Jones speaking.
Mike, it's Jenks.
Oh, Jenks, I thought you'd clocked off tonight.
Yeah, the chief's put me on a case tonight, the Edenton girl.
Friday night, you poor sod. I thought that was sorted out anyway.
I wish it was. Listen, are you near a computer?
I can be. Yeah, go on.
Do you know anything about a death last
All of a sudden, this
Someone
guy answers the
called
phone.
Liam in Edenton Village.
Don't remember it. Hang on, let's have a look. Eaton Village. Yeah, Liam Rogers. Says suicide last year.
Suicide?
I've got 2 suicides in 2 years, both on Edenton. Finally, you've got your work cut out, Jinxie.
Yeah,
Jinxie.
I know it.
Right, well, good luck with that. See you Monday.
Thanks, Mike.
So okay, let's recap. Instead of getting information from the police or the newspaper. He has to get information from a random drunk guy who he happens to find, like, you know, wallowing around in the street. That's number one. Then he calls, finally, the chief, or somebody answered, not the chief, but somebody in the police station actually answered for the first time and gave him no information that he didn't already have. That didn't actually add anything. He didn't say where did the guy live so I could interview his family. He got no information at all. Why didn't he try to find out, like, where the guy lives or who his parents are or something like that? Like, what the hell? That was a complete waste. Let's go back now. This sounds legit. Yes, drunk guy, like, I think his name is Liam or something like that. I mean, like, that's a legitimate source of information for a police officer? If you got nothing else, sure, but...
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Oh my god. Alright, Liam's death.
What can you tell me about Liam?
Oh, Liam. You mean the boy who committed very unfortunate, isn't it?
Did you know him?
Oh, yes. Well, I say know him. I met him in the pub. Seemed very happy sort of person. Well, I say he seemed happy. You can't admit, can he?
Like Robin Williams. That's it. Heard about Liam's suicide. Met Liam in the pub. Liam seemed happy. He did seem like he said he doesn't hang out too much at the pub, right? I think he said that at one point. I don't remember where he said it, but he said he was at the pub. I remember. I thought he said he doesn't hang out there too much. I doubt the 4-6 page. Yeah, the probably like the chief himself did it. Actually, that's what. You ever read like the first book in the iRobot series with I can't remember the guy's name anymore. Isaac Asimov. It's just a long time since I read it. Basically, like the spoiler, the chief actually did it. They didn't think that the cop would be able to figure it out. Purposely put him on the case, but he did figure it out. I could have sworn he said somewhere he doesn't really go to the pub, but maybe I'm mistaken. Maybe not. He's the guy they said when they couldn't be asked to solve the case themselves, yeah. Where's my glasses? It's hard to read the comments today. I don't know what I did with them. Whatever. Wasn't there something? Maybe not. That's really stupid that I can't ask him anything else about the guy. Like, where does he live? Can you open up your records? Tell me where he lives? Something like that. But apparently not. Alright. They're like, send Jenks. Gives him a light chance to stop playing with his stapler. What is he, like the guy from Office Space? Alright, let me go, I like the nice sketch he did here, too. It's really like professional artwork of a
Thank
tombstone.
You. Probably be back later.
I guess he also knows that Jenks, or Liam, was a religious guy. Got a cross for a tombstone. Oh, let me fast travel here. Let's go. Who else I can ask about Liam? Let's go to Eden Lodge. These people know everything about everything. Let's just ask them some more random questions about other people if they have anything to do with it all.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
What do you know about a student called Liam who committed suicide last year?
Only that I didn't know him really well.
Makes sense. Why would you know?
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
That was just a complete waste of my time.
What do you know about Liam?
Liam?
Local lad.
Yeah, Liam Neeson, you know him.
Oh, that Liam!
That Liam.
Yeah, I heard about him.
But you didn't know?
No, I know he went to college, but didn't really know him. It's sad, though.
Well, what'd you expect that she knew him?
Be back later on if
Because
that's
I'm the
okay.
idiot that went to ask him, so... Let's go to the pub. I'm sure the pub, it's that place where everybody knows your name, right? So, they definitely knew Liam. I think he even said he met him at the pub. That's what cultist guy said. Excuse me.
Ask you a couple more things, please.
What do you know about Liam?
You mean Liam who took his life?
Yes, that Liam.
He used to play in a band, Black Rock or something. No, Black Stone.
Black Stone was the magic guy.
Very gothic. I used to let them play in here sometimes at the weekends. They were quite good.
Did you know there was anything wrong? I mean, why he might have...
No, I didn't know him very well.
What do you know about a random actor who's been anything for a while now? This is furniture investigation. Yeah, I mean, like, he's asking the wrong
Probably be
people.
back later.
That's the weird thing. Like, you want to, like, find out where he lived and do some investigation there. Not ask random people you happen to meet earlier, like, what they know about this guy. It's just so stupid. And why does this screen keep flashing, by the way? That must be, like, just a bug.
Just a few more questions, if you don't mind.
Did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam who died.
You mean Liam who killed himself?
Yeah.
He was in my year, on a different course.
What course was Liam on?
Can't remember, not mine.
What was yours?
Plant science.
Oh,
First time I knew about Liam was when he killed
plant
himself.
science.
Right, so you didn't meet him.
He said he didn't know anything about plants. Right? James degrees in plant science. Contradiction, Quilted Northern says. I agree. Doesn't know much about plants! What a liar.
Aha.
Huh.
So, your degree is in plant science, but you don't seem to know anything about plants.
Well, still got a lot to learn.
So you're still saying you've never heard of salvia?
Didn't say that.
So you have.
Maybe.
And you do grow it.
Yeah, it's legal, why not?
What do you do with it?
I use it for explorative purposes, meditation.
And does this involve anybody else?
Why?
Do you sell it or give it to anybody else?
What is it relevant to you if he did? Like,
Yeah, it's just for me, nobody else.
And that's the only drug you grow, is it?
Feel free to go and look if you want.
It's okay, I'll look later.
because I don't want to
The only
interrupt the
drug he
investigation.
grows. I'm not sure I believe that, James. Then again, would someone growing illegal drugs bother growing a legal one?
Is he talking to James right now, or is he talking to us, or he's talking James? I don't know if I believe that. Ha ha ha. Alright, so what did he change here? Alright, so he crossed these out. Grows it for his private use only. Use it for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. What about this, the herbal tea business? And that's not a drug, but, let's just try this anyway. Nope, that's not good enough. I guess it's just herbal tea. Inner monologue. Yeah, maybe. I feel like there's another contradiction here. Grows salvia for private use only. Use it for meditation. It only makes the mirrors for others. Let's try that one. No, it's not blatant enough either. Gross, I mean to do that. Gross salvia for his private use. Uses it for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. How did that help me? Like, I didn't get any new information out of this. There must be something else here. Gross salvia for private use only. Use for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Know about Liam. The pack contains mint leaves. Which at least he lied about this, right? So I didn't mean to do that, but it's not a drug, but I mean, isn't that not true that it contains mint leaves? Like, how come that we can't get that as a contradiction? No? That seems like, I guess they're not going to let me get a contradiction on this. Seems like it should be, but alright. Private use only, meditation, doesn't grow any other drugs. Satanism. Scrying mirrors. Well, that makes the mirrors for others. Doesn't recognize the mask. Has been the pub for over 2 months. Doesn't recognize the card necklace. Trade is herbal. So Simon's homebrew is very strong. About that. I don't think so, right? No. Meditation or medication? Maybe I don't have the other information yet to catch the next thing. I did know about Simon's bike. Last I saw Simon a month ago. I can't remember last time we saw Kate. Knew Kate through Evan and socialized her. I don't think there's anything else, but I'm a little bit disappointed because, again, like, I don't see what that got me here. I mean, nothing, really. Heard about Liam if he killed himself. Never met Liam. It was Liam's year, but a different course. Alright, well... I wish I could go take this information and ask somebody else the question. I don't think I actually can do that.
That's it for the time being, thank you.
Let me go check out the greenhouse, because he did say he'll go check it out. Maybe that will give him another clue to contradict him. So nothing in this one. That's also not where he found the other stuff. Check out the other one. Wait, this is... Oh, that was the same... Okay, for some reason I thought that was a different new video or something, but I guess it wasn't. I wonder where they actually filmed this thing. That's it, nothing here again. It's disappointing. Alright, so I guess I have to figure something else out. Or I missed something, but I don't think I did. Back down the steps. Turn to West Street. I'm gonna do a little walking again. I'm gonna try to call the chief, even though I don't think it's gonna help. I mean, like, I guess I got one shot to call him and that was it, and I never could call him again, is my assumption, but... I didn't even go there that time, it called him automatically. And that time I got the whole... Oh, here we go. Surprisingly. I get all the text before they even talk. Why can't they, like, show it a little piece at a time?
Chief, a bit more news. James Wilson admitted he does know what Salvia Divinorum is.
Why did the chief answer the phone by saying Frederick Jenks?
Yeah, I didn't see anything else.
I think that's a mistake.
What is this stuff, Salvia? What do you do with it? Smoke it?
I'm not sure, but I doubt.
And this is the first time he spoke with the chief, and he sounds like he spoke with the chief before.
You infuse it or crush it or something.
We'll do a bit of research, find out. Does he sell it?
He said he doesn't. No.
I doubt he's growing it just for himself, Jenks. There's something he's not telling you. Go through your notes, make sure he's telling you the whole story, will you?
Okay, I'll speak to you later, sir.
Bye-bye.
This supposed to be a clue? Was that a clue? I'm really confused now. That was weird in a lot of ways. Is he gonna answer the phone now if I call him? Or if I call him again? Why do you answer by saying my name? He's already got God. He's in the bathroom now, I guess. Like, so what a strange, weird thing. Jeremy says the second game was heavily influenced by Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. Oh, interesting. That's like, here's Johnny, right? Here's... I can't do the voice. Here's Johnny. That was not so good, but better than with the without the drink. So I don't think I have anything else to ask these people, right? Because nothing changed in my list of topics. I'm pretty sure nothing changed here.
Ask about a few more things, please.
Yeah, I don't have anything new. So, let me exit.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
The chief implied I have to go back to that guy. And I will, but first let me walk around and see if there's anything else I need to see. I haven't been here in a while. I might as well go do this again. Even though theoretically nothing should have changed. It's not even giving me the option to go back there anymore. Oh, this thing's never going to open, is it? I guess it doesn't open until 9 o'clock or whatever? It's an interesting time of Village Hall that opens. Such a weird time. I gotta be honest, too. I never cheat later on in the game with the walkthroughs, right? Made dead ends? When you say dead ends, you mean like you got to a place where you couldn't continue the game? Or do you mean like you just couldn't figure out what to do? Because if it's the first one, then I'm not going to be very happy to hear that. I don't think there's anything here, but I'm just going to keep drawing anyway. Just, oh, whoops, I went the wrong way. It's so quick, so I don't mind, like, wandering around quickly just to make sure nothing changed, or there's not some drunk guy sitting there or something like that. Why don't you try a hint? I could try a hint, but I'm not really stuck. I mean, if there's nothing else to do in a second, then maybe I will try a hint. But, like, I feel like I should at least just check out the place, make sure nothing else changed first. This is really the last place to go. I can't even go back in here. I'm going to go back to the farm and try to talk to the dude again. If I can't figure out anything to do cool to Northern, then for you, I will ask for a hint.
Couple more questions, if that's okay?
I mean, they're implying that there's something else here that I missed. I'm going to get a hint, I'll get a hint.
That's all for the moment. Thank you.
Let's see what the hint says. Like, this is hints. Show tips. Let's see how helpful the hint is going to be. How much does James really know? Dead ends being its constant road around trying to figure out what to do is janks. Oh, interesting. Contradictions become less obvious. So that's the only hint I'm getting here. How much does James really know? So...
A few more questions, please.
Yeah, that's what I figured. I have to go back and see what did I miss here. So there's something. Let's start from the beginning. Can't remember the last time he saw Kate. Knew Kate through Simon. I wish I could put it all on the screen at the same time. It would make it a lot easier. Knew Kate through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. Didn't socialize with her. Doesn't know if Kate had lost the license. Was found with a piece of tape attached. I didn't even realize that until just now. Didn't know about Simon's bike. Last saw Simon about a month ago. Trade his herbal tea for Simon's homebrew, since Simon's homebrew is very strong. Doesn't recognize the card or the necklace. It's funny because what is Alex James? That's, I guess, the name of the company that made it. His name is James too. I mean, that's a lot of people's names are James, but doesn't know anything about the broken pub window. Has been to the pub for over 2 months. Doesn't recognize the mask. You can also replay all the answers. Doesn't know anything about the argument. Has seen the poster at college. Knows Simon is in the Atlas course. Hasn't discussed the course with Simon. Makes black scrying mirrors. Mirror just one way of scrying. Scrying packs for various reasons. Only makes the mirrors for others. Sells the mirrors. Doesn't make a profit. 3-finger symbol used in Satanism. Hasn't seen anyone local using the symbol. Never heard the phrase before. Packet contains mint leaves. Won some cookery competitions. Grows salvia for his private use only. Uses salvia for meditation. Doesn't grow any other drugs. Was in Liam's year by a different course. James degrees in plant science. Heard about Liam after he killed himself. Never met Liam. You know, Liam is male spelled backwards, just FYI. And that was really important to mention that. I mean, it has to be something related to this, right? Because this is the last contradiction that I got. So one of these last two things has to be it, but I'm assuming it's this one, actually. Grows salvias for his private use only. So he uses the salvia. I probably should replay it. I'm going to replay it.
Ever heard of Salvia divinorum, James?
What's that? Skin cream?
It's not a skin cream, no. It's a plant.
Really? Don't know much about plants.
So you've never heard of
This is
salvia?
the old one where he lied.
No.
Why they showed me the old one? It's weird. They showed me the old answer. Grows salvia for his private use only. Uses it for medication. Doesn't grow any other drugs. This Liam stuff sounds not related. Want some cookery competitions. Like, this seems like a bit, but I tried that already. It doesn't work. This by itself is like a lie. When was the last time he saw Kate? He didn't really know her, I thought. Can't remember the last time he saw Kate. He didn't socialize with her. He knew her through Simon's girlfriend, Emma. And he said he hasn't seen Simon like in forever. Last saw Simon about a month ago. I mean, like, I could try this or something, but... Didn't socialize with her. There's obviously something here. The game is telling me there's something here. I saw Simon a month ago with the homebrew. I think I just did, but I'll try it again. I did try that. I just tried this a minute ago. It did not work. I tried it again. Let's put the pump for over 2 months. What does he do? Doesn't recognize the mask. Didn't know anything about the argument. I see the poster at college. No Simons on the Atlas course. That's the anyone local using the symbol. I don't think I have like a really blatant contradiction here. Like this is what you were saying, Jeremy. Like nothing blatant really. Like this could be a contradiction. Like never heard the phrase before, but like you know, that wouldn't be it. I don't think. Like, I think this is, to me, this is like something, he uses this for meditation, and he also says he doesn't do this other stuff, but it's not, again, it's not a proof of anything. like this, like scrying practice for various reasons. Why don't we play this one too?
Now, what's all this stuff in the workshop? Paint and stencils and things like that?
Just a little sideline of mine.
Oh, you do picture framing?
They're black mirrors. Scrying mirrors.
Now,
Dumbass.
what's a scrying mirror?
Show you one if you want. Scrying goes back centuries. The ancient Persians did it. This country pagans still practice it. The fortune tellers pretend to do it. That's what the crystal
Scrying
balls
mirrors
are
reference
about.
to the second game.
It's all scrying.
This was made like a few
Mirrors
years
just one way
before,
of
so
doing it.
maybe it's lots of the second game.
What is scrying?
Depends who you are. People do it for different reasons.
What sort of reasons?
Exploring your mind, clearing your mind, communicating with the dead.
Is that what you use them for, James? Communicating with the dead?
And they make them for other people these days.
And there's a market for these, is there?
Lots of people want to talk to the dead, even if they don't believe in it.
Do you make a profit on them?
I don't do it for the money.
How very charitable
I'll
of
do
you.
with the contradictions in this. Were you tried already?
Thank you.
I was about to try something related to this, but what is it, Quilted Northern? Tell me. I could keep on like muddling through, but if you already looked it up, tell me what you found. Private use only in trading for homebrew? I thought, you know what I think I did? I did the herbal tea one, and I mixed it with doesn't grow any other drugs. I didn't do the private use one. I was very close, I guess.
Aha.
I'm annoyed at myself now.
When you say herbal tea, do you mean salvia?
Probably.
So you traded salvia tea with Simon for his homebrew. So why did you say you didn't give salvia to anybody else?
Very close,
Did you
close
give
window
it to anybody
cigar.
else? How many people did you give it to? Did you give it to Kate?
No.
How about Liam?
No!
I didn't have anything to do with him dying, if that's what you mean.
So you did give him salvia?
Yes, I gave him salvia because he asked for it, but that's not what killed him.
Well, he committed suicide, James, because of psychological issues that probably weren't helped by him trying hallucinogenic
He
drugs.
didn't commit suicide. You don't know anything about him. You don't know what happened.
Okay, so what happened then?
Do you even know about Third Eye?
Go on.
You don't know about Third Eye. You don't know about Third Eye. You know nothing about Liam's death. I mean, forget salvia.
Fine, tell me then.
Third Eye was a cult. We had our very own psycho cult operating right here from our village hall. And I got rid of them, single-handed. I'm the one who got rid of Third Eye. Did they tell you that at the station?
Okay, start again. They were what?
You don't know anything, do you? Look,
It's actually, I think they're going to throw it out finally.
they were reeling in students, pretending to be some sort of happy life course, you know.
The other guys mentioned he
Make
started at the
life
village
better sort
hall.
of crap. Then they were putting everyone through this brainwashing
There's
program
that
to
symbol
make
from
them
the mask.
compliant and selling them on. It's all there.
What do you mean, selling them on?
Selling them. Objects, commodities.
To who?
To anyone who could afford them. Top politicians, famous celebrities, wealthy businessmen,
That's where
you
Michael
name it.
Jackson got his stuff from.
You don't get it, do you? Third Eye were making and selling slaves. They were black market slave traders. They were wiping people's personalities using ECT, brainwashing, cocktails of hard drugs,
Certainly got it
deliberately
interesting here.
turning them into perfect slaves. You know how much slaves are worth on the black market these days?
No, how much?
Millions. And I'm talking per slave. That's why anyone who stood up
Oh
to
my
them and
gosh.
threatened to go public like Liam was
It
just
became human trafficking
killed off.
all of a sudden.
They didn't give a damn.
So you're saying Liam was murdered by Third Eye?
Yes.
Exactly what I'm saying. So I started looking into it.
I feel bad that I
I'm not
missed
saying
one
it was
contradiction
suicide.
that like blew this
No
whole thing
way.
open, it seems like.
Did you ever actually meet Liam?
Found out about him.
And how did you find out about all
I thought he
this
sold him
other
salvia,
stuff?
he said before.
It's obvious, you can tell. I met some of the students. You could see straight away there was something wrong. They were like zombies. And I can tell when someone's got ECT damage or when they've been through mind conditioning. It's just obvious.
It's obvious.
The US military used all these techniques back in
Super
the 50s.
obvious.
It's all documented. You can read about it. They showed all the same signs.
Sounds like a
So
Tommy
did
Chalk
you
story.
ever actually go to a meeting?
No, but I knew what went on.
How?
From what people said who'd been through it.
There's gonna be like a
Okay,
like
so
line
do
of
you
things
know
this long
anyone
here of
I
what he
could
said in
speak
this
to
one
who did
interaction.
go through it?
Well, no. Look, it doesn't matter. Why did they close down if it wasn't true? They just closed down and disappeared overnight after I put all the flyers up. Bit of a coincidence.
But that was just after Liam
I
died.
just moved to Atlas.
Yeah,
And do you think that had anything to do with it?
Do you
maybe,
think?
but it was the flyers that forced them to close.
It's the Flyers for sure.
Okay. Do you mind if I keep this?
Yeah, you investigate it. It'll all come out. Third Eye definitely killed Liam.
Wow.
Well, that was a lot to take in. Does James really believe all this
Yeah, no
stuff?
no
It's the
kidding.
first I've heard about Third Eye. Question is, what's their connection with Atlas, if there is one?
Oh, so I can't even... All that stuff doesn't even exist. Because it's just like he gave me the flyer. So I can't even question about anything he just told me. Basically, I have to go and do something. Sheesh.
Be back later on, if that's okay.
Yeah, definitely be back later on. You seem like you know everything about everything in this town. Well, let's go to Atlas. Wow. Quilton Northern, what do you think of this game? I would ask Jeremy, except he already played it, so
Ask you a couple more things, please.
let's see what he says about
What do
this.
you know about this?
Not much.
So you've never seen this before? You don't know anything about Third Eye?
Well, I don't remember seeing it now.
You don't recognize
Oh, I
any
don't
of the
remember
symbols
seeing
on
it
it?
now.
No, sorry.
Yeah, that was just so we can give him a contradiction now about it with the mask. Come on. Click the wrong one. It's interesting with the contradiction part is part of the problem. Yeah.
Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon symbols on the mask.
3 hours
then
ago.
you're claiming you don't know anything about the symbols on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
So what did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
That's it?
That explanation was way too short. Ryan's definitely hiding something.
Yeah, no kidding. So, okay. How come it didn't cross this one out? If he was lying about it. Like, why is it...
Aha. Ryan, you've just told me all about the moon
Just replays
symbols
it
on
now?
the mask. Then you're claiming you don't know
Doesn't
anything
make
about the
any
symbols
sense.
on the flyer. It's all the same thing.
Oh, actually, yes. Sorry, yes, I do remember that.
I can't even
So
skip
what
it.
did you know about Third Eye?
Oh, not much, really. Never came into contact with them.
Alright. You're a liar. You're definitely a liar. Never came in contact with Third Eye. Or was it Ray said they used to be in the village hall? I know he said that somewhere. Here we go.
Aha. According to the flyer, this Third Eye group was based at the village hall, is that right?
Was it?
That's where you were based, wasn't it? Yeah, you said you invented the Atlas phrase free to be free while you were based at the village hall.
So I did.
So you must have come into contact with Third Eye at some point. You were using the same hall.
You are Third Eye.
Well, I'm afraid I haven't been entirely honest with you, Inspector.
We were Third Eye, obviously.
You see, Third Eye is, or was, Atlas under a different name. Sorry.
Atlas is.
What a surprise.
Third Eye.
In a new, improved form, yes.
What if this dude really
And
clearly
you
thinks
ran
we're
Third
trying to pass
With
out?
Dad, yes.
That's funny.
So you must have known Liam. You didn't just meet him, did you?
Yes, I knew him, Inspector, but don't get your hopes up. All of this has been thoroughly investigated and cleared up.
You've been investigated about his death?
They dropped the case. We didn't have anything to do with it. Well, when I say drop the case,
Look
the
at
police
us.
investigation is one thing, but what the public thinks is another. They
we
threatened
changed
the
our
public,
name.
and then James bloody Wilson started distributing his flyers, and that was it. No choice. It was an end to it.
You had to change the name.
We'd already paid the family an out-of-court settlement. Thought that was an end to it. But then James, his cronies, they wouldn't leave it alone. So we had to close down, buy a new place, rebrand. So eventually, we reopened here.
As Atlas.
As Atlas.
And it worked.
Up till now, yes.
So you knew
Up till
James
now,
Wilson
yes.
too?
We knew James, but he didn't know us as such. Oh, he was very quick to shoot us down, but he didn't do anything like actually coming to the course to see what he was about.
So James wouldn't know that you were now running Atlas.
Not unless he came to one of our courses.
And how much of all that stuff was true? ECT machines, brainwashing.
I'm afraid that exists only exclusively in the mind of Mr. Wilson. All we do is make better business.
Getting somewhere here.
We challenge their prejudices and presumptions. Why don't you come along and see for yourself? The course starts in 15 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Excuse me, Inspector.
Wow, he's actually gonna do something else other than drink. Cell phone, too.
I can't come back now. Well, you have my car at the moment. All right. All right. See you later.
What the hell was that?
That was Dad. I have to go back.
He just said I can't
come
go
and
back.
meet him if you like.
Oh, sure.
All right, come and have a chat.
Let's do that. I want to meet the dad. Here we go. Advance the clock. The game is less of an acting, a racing game. What are you talking about? Sorry, talking about the other game, Grand
Dad's a great
Tour.
businessman, but he lacks imagination.
1 second.
He does, however, believe in the power of the individual when taught by the right teacher.
Oh, I did my glasses.
Quiet. In here. Just coming. It's through here.
Just coming. That's what she said.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
Detective Inspector Jenks. I'm
Like Liam
investigating
Neeson or something.
a death in the village. I believe
Death in the
you-
village!
Oh, I thought all this was dealt with, Inspector. You do know that Kate Lyne was a gherkin short of a Big Mac. You do now.
Father.
You must forgive my son, Inspector. He still
I think this
can't
guy's supposed to be
summon
the
up
villain.
courage to come
He's very
straight to the
cartoony.
point. So what do you want to know?
Straight to the point.
Well, a few more questions if you don't mind.
But I do mind. I'm a very busy man.
Oh, wow.
Try asking an intelligent question, like, do I mind being quizzed about a once promising student who turned into a useless drunk? Ryan, would you mind leaving us for a while?
I'll go back to the centre. I have one or two things to prepare. Call me if you need me, Dad.
I think
You
Ryan
may
is
begin,
useless
Mr.
drunk.
Holmes, although I'm not going to be able to help you. I don't have much to do with the course nowadays, so I can't give you any hard information.
That's as maybe, but we
No, that's
need-
as is. But if you want my opinion, I'd be quite happy to give it to you. So, fire away.
Okay.
This guy's so stupid, he's lucky he doesn't just pull a gun, but he said fire away and like blow his brains
Wow,
out.
Paul certainly doesn't take any prisoners. It's obvious who's pulling the strings in this family.
Well, I got
and I
tons
wonder
of
what
things
they
to ask
got
him
up to
about.
in their previous guise as Third Eye.
This will be exciting. I have this whole list of things to ask him. What are you going to say first, Jeremy? Apologies for not responding when we ran to a live stream. Comments turned off. Games less a racing game. Let's do stupid shit with cars. Drive a car's track with dynamite through flames. It's just really weird. It's like based on a TV show or something. I never saw anything like that. Let's ask about the fake lady.
How well did you know Kate?
Not at all.
Hardly knew her at all. Met her a few times. But the course...
Which course? The golf course?
So when was the last time you saw her?
Last Friday.
He remembers when he saw her?
Popped out of the course and... about 7.
Did you speak to her then?
It's possible.
And how did she seem? Was she happy, sad, preoccupied?
She was drunk.
Okay, we got that established. I'm surprised he actually, they only met her a few times, but even he knows her. It's weird. You'd think he'd be like, I have no idea who's in this course. Half the town is in it.
Do you know if Kate had lost this? It's her driving license.
How would I know that?
You didn't see it lying around anywhere?
No.
This guy's the best interview subject so far. He acts the most realistic, but he's still very cartoony. He said she was a once promising student.
Thompson's bike?
No.
They just had to film that one no for probably half these questions. Do you know anything about this? No. Probably okay, he wouldn't know about the bottles. Do you know anything about the homebrew? No.
Ever tried Simon's homebrew? Simon Thompson?
No, I haven't. I wouldn't touch anything that has had Simon's fingers in it.
Hey, Matt, how's it going? So remind you of the X-Files game? I think this is better than the X-Files game. I hate to say it. What was I up to? He doesn't know about Simon's homebrew.
Have you seen this before?
This.
Looks familiar. Where did you find it?
It was, in the woods.
Presumably had something to do with Kate or a killer.
Well, that's what I'm trying to establish.
Wait a second.
Shouldn't it be in an evidence bag, Inspector, in case of contamination?
I didn't have one with me, unfortunately.
Well, don't go testing it for DNA, will you? It's got yours all over it.
You know what's funny? This guy has the same bad teeth as the son. They actually look like father and son. And that was weird, though, because he said... I mean, they didn't... It's not one of the contradictions, but he said maybe her murderer. But wasn't it ruled as suicide? So why would he be talking about her murderer? That's not even a contradiction, but that's really weird. I think it's a... If this was real life, I'd be like, what do you mean murderer? I thought it was a suicide. Why are you calling it a murderer?
What do you know about this?
It's a freedom necklace. It's a symbol we use sometimes on the course. Little bird in cage flying away. Freeing themselves from their past is the analogy.
So do they get them when they join the course or something?
No, not as a rule. I think I bought one once as a present.
Oh, not for Kate, by any chance?
No, not for Kate. I can't really remember who it was for. A birthday present, maybe for one of the students.
Yeah, thank you, Quilted Northern. I agree.
I've no idea.
What do you know about this?
Looks like a mask.
You don't recognize it?
Not particularly. Looks like a monarch mask.
It's a monarch
mask.
Monarch is a fancy dress.
It's a Shakespeare mask.
Rhyme is a student.
Oh, interesting. Because before he said a friend of his made it or something, who died last year. But you can't contradict one person's testimony with another, which is really dumb, actually.
What did you hear about an argument in the pub last Friday?
I didn't go to the pub last Friday.
You didn't hear anything about an argument in the pub?
Should I have?
No, that's fine.
He said he saw her, but I guess not in the pub.
Could you tell me a bit about this?
Had it designed by an agency.
And when was that?
Last year.
I'm sorry.
When you started the business?
Yes, I suppose so.
Every time, like, he says, could you tell me about this? I expect him to whip out his, like, junk. Be like, what can you tell me about this? Like, that's your dick, officer. Sorry. Wait, the business started last year? Okay, that's interesting.
Have you ever seen one of these before?
I believe it's a scrying mirror, pagan thing.
Ever used one?
Why would I use a
pretty knowledgeable
scrying mirror?
So you have no interest at all in this sort of thing?
No.
Does the Atlas course use them at all?
No. Not at all. Strange question.
His mouth really does look similar to the other guy. I wonder if they're actually father and son in real life. I wouldn't be surprised. Hand symbol carving.
If I did this, would it mean anything to you?
Same stupid
I presume you've seen an Atlas student doing that.
Ah, so this is an Atlas thing.
Well, it wasn't exactly our idea. The students started doing it spontaneously to show commitment to the cause. Cute, really. Which student did you see doing that?
I'm not sure, but he was carving it into a tree. I told him to stop.
Did you really? Why?
Defacing public property.
That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. What's the punishment for that kind of thing nowadays? Prison sentence?
Hey, Lester says.
All right. What about defiling public liberty?
He is a better actor, but
too?
he seems like a caricature also.
The student in question argued a similar point. Is that something you encourage on the Atlas course?
We encourage people who put ideas first and moral anachronisms second. The problem with the law, Inspector, is that it's out of date.
Well, I suppose that's a matter of opinion. However, you still respect it.
Respect it? I abide by it. We all...
He's a better actor, I agree, but not much.
That's only because of the threat of possible incarceration.
That's only because of the threat of possible incarceration. I mean, come on, like, he's a better actor, but really not much better actor, I must tell you. What are you guys saying here? I wish I wore my glasses today. I can't read this chat for some reason. I once got detained by a wildlife resources officer requiring mine and my girlfriend's a tree in a park. That's funny. Oh, he's played by... Oh, he's the only Hollywood actor in the entire game. Interesting. So I guess he was a little bit better. I think he's a much better actor, Quilty Northern says. Threat. He reminds me of Michael Jackson, too, you know? Michael Jackson always, like, does the consonants at the end of the lyrics. Like, I can't even think of an example, but especially like in Smooth Criminal or whatever. Come in the room and like he always does stuff like that. He's over his work in Doctor Who and several James Bonds, which were captivating to watch. I agree, but he's still not very good. I mean, he's like probably like they have like A actors, B actors, C actors, D actors. He's probably like a G actor. All right, 3-finger symbol, Atlas freedom phrase.
Can you tell
he's obviously the
about
villain.
The Atlas phrase, free to be free?
Where did you hear that?
I was talking to one of your students.
It's a little phrase we conjured up to summarize our objectives.
Which is slavery.
What is your objective, if you
We
don't
slept
mind me
into
asking?
slavery, so our slogan is free to be free.
Objective.
On the course.
The objective of the course is to free people from bondage.
And then sell them into
we
bondage.
Teach that most people are crippled by their past, by guilt, their attitudes, their beliefs. All that kind of nonsense.
Guilt cripples people.
Feeling guilty in business is like a meat eater feeling guilty in
I'm such a good actor.
Guilt comes from
the
archaic emotional centers of the brain. It's a vestige of our
animal ancestry, that's all.
In business, you heed it at your peril.
A G grade actor. Fuck's an L grade
I'm
cast.
sorry, Inspector.
That's
My
funny.
house appears to be haunted.
What just happened? The door open?
Would you mind closing the door?
What happened? The door open by itself?
So, you believe that
I guess
guilt
someone's listening
has
to the
no
door.
place in business?
None at all. I have few beliefs. Inspector, but that's one of them.
Hey, 90s Retro
what if
Reviews.
you
Thank you, sir.
done something?
Or madam.
Well, that's the whole point.
Or neither.
Guilt has nothing to do with it.
Interesting opinion.
I feel like I'm missing a lot here. 1980s Retro Reviews. I don't know if I've seen you on this channel before, so if you're new here, welcome. But you're playing this crazy full motion video game, which the acting is quite horrific. Jeremy says, here's the thing, Stu, he is a good actor. The problem is lack of communication with games. Are you talking about Christopher Walken brought this up at the Ripper games, and the lack of communication was horrendous. That could be. Maybe he's like the only guy there, so he's overcompensating or something. All right, let's ask about the drug.
Know what this is, by any chance?
I've no idea. Gardening isn't my kind of thing. Rebecca would probably know.
His acting is not good,
Rebecca.
Yes,
I'm sure she'd enjoy telling you what it is. She's the kind of woman who likes to feel superior. Would probably marry a millionaire and then decide to run her own pub.
Yes, why was that?
Well, she isn't exactly housewife material. She likes to be in control, like Wyatt.
Oh.
Shame, isn't it, that I'm in control of both of them?
What the hell's with this guy? Shame, isn't it? I'm in control of both of them. I think in a porn movie, he'd probably be the best actor there, but I'm not sure about any other production that could possibly be made. And in a porn movie, it would be questionable
Salvia
too.
divinorum or magic mint?
Sounds like it might be a drug.
It's a hallucinogenic
Brilliant.
plant. Legal, as a matter of fact.
I'm not a drug taker, Inspector. I have no enthusiasm for voluntarily poisoning your brain.
And you've never seen anyone on the course taking it?
Well, if someone had, they wouldn't have done it openly.
Yeah, Jeremy, I agree. I like
We
that
don't
name.
allow drugs
I've never
or
seen that guy
alcohol,
before, I don't think, but
We like to tell the students that
I wish that
success
this
is
individual
the
would
best
speak up and
drug.
let us know about their channel.
Whether you buy into that, of course, is another matter.
Dude talks like a less exaggerated Alan Rickman. That's funny. Liam's death. Here's a big one here.
How well did you know Liam?
Liam who?
Liam, who took his life.
Oh. Well, as far as I remember, he was a good student, confident, outgoing.
You didn't notice any problems?
I believe he had problems at home.
Were you there when he died?
Yeah.
And afterwards?
Yes, he was. You
You
were there when
didn't
he
see him
died?
after the meeting?
No.
What was Liam like that night?
No. Apart from being drunk, or possibly because of
Being
that, he
drunk.
seemed perfectly happy.
He was drunk?
Well, I assume the bottle in his hand contained whiskey and not lemonade.
This is like a.
Lots of similarities.
Yeah, it's
to
very
Kate,
similar.
don't you think?
This time he's actually carrying a
Depression, is
bottle,
that
so there's
normal for
a
students?
contradiction,
People
I
come into
think.
the Atlas course for quick solutions to their problems. And when they don't get them as quickly as they might have liked,
They kill themselves.
sometimes their impatience gets the better of them.
I understand, yeah, we killed him. So Colton Northern also thought that he sounds like Alan Rickman? That's interesting. R.I.P. Snape. I think you've been drinking all night at the seminar. But before he said they don't allow drugs or alcohol, I'm pretty sure. Come on, I know he said that. Where did he say it? I'm sure that he said that. Business started last year. Reluctantly abides by the law. I was here just immediately before.
Aha.
So if you don't allow drink or drugs onto the site, why did you allow Liam to drink whiskey all night?
Well, we did give him various warnings. Did try to stop him.
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Didn't work.
But you let him stay on the course?
Yeah, well, we couldn't throw him out. This isn't a primary school, Inspector.
Yes, you can
We're
throw
not
him
the
out.
police. We can't enforce these rules.
Of course you can throw him out. What
If
kind of
they pay
nonsense?
their fees, they're entitled to stay on
That's
the course.
such bullshit. That's
And
not
what
true
if
at
they
all.
want to take drugs?
As long as they do it with discretion, frankly, I don't care if they want to wipe or inject paint stripper all over their faces.
What about other
Do
kinds
you
of strippers
store
on their
any
faces?
alcohol at Atlas?
No.
Is there a kitchen?
Why, do you want to go down there and check?
Well, obviously you wouldn't mind if what you're saying is true.
Of course I wouldn't mind. It's past the lavatories down the corridor, but you won't find any drugs
What
in there
location?
or alcohol.
Okay, good.
Whether I
have
find alcohol at Atlas or not, it probably isn't particularly relevant. But it's worth a look anyway.
Got nothing better to do.
What do you know about this?
So you've been graced with Goebbels' company already, have you?
Not company, not his presence.
Our local minister for propaganda.
Oh, it calls him Goebbels, like a Nazi
I suppose
reference?
Ryan already told you about.
I think you're more
our
similar to the
actual
Nazis than James
Phoenix
is.
incarnation.
James is like similar to like the
Did
Loonies.
he tell you anything scandalous?
Not unless you count the suicide.
Suicide?
These things happen.
Was it your idea?
The suicide?
Third eye.
Yeah, I suppose it was. As my son had started to atrophy, I decided I ought to give him something to do.
And Third Eye was the same as Atlas, teaching business skills.
Very similar.
So Liam's death didn't prompt you to make any changes?
There was nothing we could do about Liam's death, Inspector, any more than we could do anything about Kate's. It was out of our control.
Sure it was.
You can't blame me for wondering, Paul. 2 student deaths in 2 years?
It's called a coincidence, Inspector. I expect they ate fast food also. But you're not investigating all the local chippies.
That's a great idea. I decide straight away, to investigate the chippies. And poke about in the rubbish, looking for some clues. What do you do for a living, sir? I gaze menacingly from the confines of my comfy chair. It's really funny. Poor Mr. Darrow is angry. She wants to see to be over as he grabs a lunch. That's funny. Who's Mr. Darrow, though? I mean, like, who are you saying is Mr. Darrow? The inspector or the guy in the chair? I guess the guy in the chair, but, alright. Do I have any other... I don't think there's any more contradictions here. I'm just going to go over it really quickly. Only met Kate a few times. I saw the meeting Friday around 7 p.m. Possibly spoke to her. She was drunk. Doesn't know if she lost her license. Doesn't know anything about the bike. Doesn't know about the bruise. Necklace looks familiar, but he can't say for certain. Burning Kate is somebody's in the course. Bought a freedom necklace for a student. I don't think this is a contradiction, but I'm just going to try it anyway. I mean, really it is, but I knew they didn't think they would count to this one. I hadn't seen the mask before. I think masks are Monarch costumes. So I wonder if we can go to Monarch costumes now also. Wasn't in the pub, didn't hear about the argument. Told she designed by agency last year. Business started last year. Knows where she's scrying, every scry women knows she's scrying. Figure student, simple student's idea. As encourage ideas over morality. That's a great combination. Reluctantly abides by the law. Freeze design to summarize Atlas objectives. Oh, the guy that shares played by Paul Darrow. I think you're talking about like Clarence Darrow for some reason. Course objective to free students from their past. Students encourage to free themselves from guilt. No place for guilt in business. I'm glad I'm not in the same line of business as this dude. Doesn't recognize the leaves. Guarding on his thing. Sir Salvi knows taking drugs. Liam was bright, confident, outgoing. Knew Liam had personal problems. The Atlas the night Liam died. He saw both of the night they died. Didn't see her after the course. Liam had drinking all night at the seminar. Third eye was Paul's idea. Third eye very similar to Atlas. Liam's death is unavoidable. I don't even know what that means. I just want to see one thing here. Third eye was very similar to Atlas. And Paul's him. And the advertising poster, business started last year. Okay, I just want to check on that. Alright, let's
Okay,
leave.
that's it for now. Thank you.
This guy should never let him back in. I mean, like, if he does, it doesn't make any sense.
I get the feeling I might be seeing a lot of Paul tonight.
Yeah, I sure do get that feeling. Alright, so this is... Now I can go in the front door. Now, can I... If I go back here, maybe I'll find something looking around his house. Oh, his car is here now, but that's it. Nothing else changed. Look at his license plate. License plate is so random. Oh, Rand M. Was that guy's... His name is... Last name is Rand. His first name was M something? I don't know. Alright, so this is his house. I don't want to go there. Did anything else appear on my map? I'm only going to play a little bit longer, then I'm going to wrap it up for today. Most people are on vacation tomorrow, but I don't know if everybody is. I would think I would be able to go find some more stuff. Like, he mentioned a couple different locations. Let's call the chief. It's out after 8 p.m. Nothing here. Just wasting my time. I need to walk around since it's a new time period now. I need to at least walk around and see if anything changed. But I also want to go back and see if I can talk to James about. Did he give me anything else to ask people about that I didn't have before? He actually didn't give me anything, I don't think. The Third Eye Flyer I got from James himself, so there's actually nothing to ask anybody else about that I haven't already asked them about. I need to find something different, and there's a bunch of options for that. Let's see if that place is open now. Investigate behind the pub too. I have to go back to the restaurant. Remember, I went to that restaurant. There was nothing going on there. Maybe now that it's 8 p.m., maybe there'll be somebody in the restaurant to talk to or something like that. I'm not going to waste my time talking to Rebecca, though. Can I, eat dinner? Can I order, a meal or something like that? There's still nothing here. Surprised nobody's, eating in the restaurant. But okay. Leave the pub. Oh, I did that already. North Lane. Let's go to the Village Hall. Is this place open yet? No, not till 9. It's only 8. That's annoying. Left along Woods Lane. I don't see what the point is of going there, but I'll do it anyway. Nah. I don't think there's anything to ask them about. It's Paul Dower is always scowling. His IMDb profile pic looks like he wants to punch you in the throat for finding his profile. It's funny. Seems like there's often stuff to find here. Nothing here. Nothing there. There's a tree. I learned so little about this stuff going on here. Oh yeah, I wanted to go check out the kitchen, right? I forgot about that. How did I get back over there when I was talking to that? Oh, that's right, because I was in his house. But I wanted to find the kitchen, actually. Here.
So the kitchen must be down the corridor there, if what Paul said is true.
Exactly. Why couldn't I go look there before? I don't know. Ooh. Let's make some coffee. This is like when I go to the kitchen at work and I open the cabinets and there's all these plates and cups and never anything useful that I actually want. You can't find anything helpful. Ooh!
Interesting.
XXX!
Well, there's a TV right
there. Alright!
With a DVD player. I don't think anyone will mind.
XXX! Alright, this game is getting good! It's a full motion video game, right? What do we got here? Try a DVD from the pile? Okay. Oh my god. Is it gonna be like an Atlas advertisement. Oh, wow. Good stuff here. Snorting in the coke.
Freedom, true freedom, means freedom from many
I like
vices
this, actually.
that society had traditionally believed to be virtues. Self-criticism, self-doubt, guilt. Ladies and gentlemen, these are not virtues. These are sins.
He's so slimy looking, this guy.
Born of a fake morality implanted deep within our minds and collective consciousness
Yes, that's right.
by governments and religions through the ages,
So it is like a cult,
with the sole
basically.
purpose of preventing the masses, stopping us from
Sorry.
achieving the same success, happiness, and freedom.
This must have been what
enjoyed
I
by
like,
those
like
at
at that
the very
rally in
pinnacle of
DC
society.
recently. It seems very similar, actually. Because he's talking to nobody. That's
I'm
the
going to
difference.
show you that common morality is nothing more than the
Is he making like a
cynical
like? Is he,
creation of an elite
maybe he's
desperate to
taping
stay in
himself
power.
for like a speech class, you
An
know,
elite
so
hell-bent
like he
on
can watch it
preventing
afterwards
you
and he can see
from
like
reaching your
what he
full
needs to do
potential.
better. Although there's multiple camera angles, so there must be somebody like controlling this thing.
But the good news is that you can take back control.
One guy with a stereo
You
pressing
can
play for clapping
become the
sounds.
success you
Basically,
deserve
yeah.
to be. Atlas.
There's nobody
will
there.
give you a unique,
It's weird.
powerful advantage.
I guess you're supposed to be behind the camera, but it
Life
doesn't seem
in
that
all
way.
its Technicolor glory can be yours.
If the price is
All
right.
that you have to do is to stay, embrace it,
Embrace it.
enjoy it,
Enjoy it.
and learn to love your ambition.
I love my
Welcome
ambition.
to Atlas.
Bravo! Bravo! Oh, that was so wonderful. I'm signing up right now. That's it. It's a very short video. So if I try DVD from the pile, do I get a different DVD or the same one? It looks like the same one. So I can click to exit if it is. I'm so talking. I think it's the same one. Yeah, that sniff was the same. Calm down there, Darth Vader. Be sure this is a video for Atlas, not the Imperial Alliance. Yeah, I think you're right. Alright, let's see. How do I use this stuff? I got my inventory. Click to try using this. Alright, if there's any children watching this right now, you may want to turn away right now because there's XXX marked on this DVD, and we all know what that means, right? So we're finding this game is going to get interesting. So if you're a child, you know, under the age of 21 or whatever age you're supposed to be, 18, I don't know what, turn this off now. Just hit the like button and subscribe before you turn it off, and then turn it off right now. And we're about to show the XXX video, okay? Everybody okay? Everybody here, like, you know, we're all good? Alright, here we go. Oh man, what's this? It's like snuff film, I think. What the hell? Oh my gosh. It's like he's robbing somebody. This is not an XXX. What the hell? He's just robbing some person, taking their wallet. Their multiple wallets. Was it like 2 wallets? Oh my gosh. Does it count if we evacuate a child?
Well, that was odd. Looked like someone pickpocketing, but why make a video of it?
You know what I really don't understand is, like, yeah, why make a video of it, and, like, why leave the video... Pocket porno. Why leave the video in a drawer? I want to watch that one more time, just because that was so strange. And I was busy making fun of it. Did he take 2 different wallets from this person? Oh, I already used it here, so I can't use it again? What happened to, like, the replay thing? It's so stupid. Alright, I'm out of here. I can watch this video 500 times and I can't watch the other video. Leave the kitchen. Jeremy, control yourself, man. Let's see if I can go back here. Try the door on the right.
Let yourself go.
It's cool.
Feel yourself So, lifting.
Oh, wow, they're all wearing the masks. But there are the symbols on them.
For the moment to break free. Then break free. Excellent, Hannah. Well, could you come back later, please?
What a jerk.
What's going on here?
Why didn't you just observe?
Sorry, Ryan, there's a few more questions I have to ask you yet, and time's ticking by. Okay.
What the hell is that? What a dumb... Okay, hold on a second. He would have gained so much just from watching it if he had any brains at all. He could have actually learned a lot. But saying to me like, oh, hello! What's going on here? And then when the guy's like, please leave, he's like, no, I can't. I need to ask questions. The guy's like, I said leave. Okay. Like, what is... Okay, Jeremy, I'm trying to tell you, it's not just the actors. It's not just the actors. You can't blame the actors anymore. The script in this game is absolutely horrendous. The script makes no sense at all. I mean, the writing, it's not just the writing, the screenplay, whatever you want to call it, is so bad that there's no way the actors could have done anything with it. I'm sure this guy was probably like, I gotta play this for a laugh because it makes no sense otherwise. Alright, let me go talk to the... Oh, jeez, wow. I did get a new piece of information, though, finally. Let me go talk to all these people, I guess. What happened? I never disagree with me. No, but... What's this? I guess it's gonna let me fast travel. I found someone's car clicker. Was that another one of those pendants? And he just left it there? Wasn't there like another pendant? What is this? Lock. What the hell is that? Remote control lock. Okay. Wasn't there something else on the floor? I guess if there was, we're not going to be able to see it. You're still upset you never got my bonuses for this? I like physical media. But you're right. I think I paid like $20. I didn't mean to do that. That was an accident. If I was going to pay for it anyway, like... Let's skip ahead here.
A few more questions, if you don't mind.
Okay, now I have something new to ask him, which is... the suspicious DVD, the doll burning ceremony, and the remote control lock. I'm not sure if I can ask about the remote control lock.
No, what is it?
Do you recognize it?
How would he recognize it?
Should I?
Some crazy person burned it. Why don't you tell him what's on the DVD instead of saying, do you recognize it?
What do you know about doll burning?
The second game was worth the money.
What sort of doll burning?
It doesn't mean anything to you.
Should it?
No, that's okay.
Why does he give him a little more information? I guess he doesn't want to do
Thank you.
that.
Probably be back later.
Hey, that was a waste of time. I do like how they like progressively gave me more locations. This is XXX
A few more
store.
questions, if you don't mind.
Yeah, exactly. All right, we got the good actor now, supposedly. The good actor.
Seen this before?
The writing looks familiar, but no.
Oh, who wrote it? Can you tell me who wrote it? I don't even know what it says on it. Do not move. Do not move. That's such a weird thing to write on a DVD.
What can you tell me about doll burning?
You should nail it to the wall if you don't want to move.
Not very much. It's one of Ryan's ideas. My son is under the delusion that he's a genius.
The delusion? My son is under the delusion that he's a genius. And that's it. Nothing useful there. The writing looks familiar.
Thank you. Probably be back later.
got nothing better to do. Now let's go right to the center. Let's ask Rebecca.
Couple more questions, if that's okay.
Do you know anything about this?
No, sorry. Ask Ryan.
I tried, but he threw me out.
What do you know about doll burning at Atlas?
Only that it's part of the course. I'm not entirely sure what they're for, but I made dozens for him.
You made them?
Oh, Ryan can't make anything. He's practically dyspraxic.
What does that mean? What does dyspraxic mean? Does anybody know what that means? Did you say before Ryan made something? Or am I mistaken that or something else? Approach was designed by agency. It's not a contradiction, but I'm just gonna do it anyway. Yeah, I guess dyspraxic means you can't make anything. I feel like there's some point there's gonna be a contradiction related to that. I don't think yet. I have a lot of stuff here now. Alright, that's it, I think. Alright, I'm gonna leave.
That's all for the moment, thank you.
Ryan looks familiar, but no, yeah, he buys countless Debbie Does Dallas DVDs. He probably does. Alright, let's go to my last people to talk to, which is Eden Lodge. I'm gonna harass them some more. Let's go for Simon. He's always more helpful.
A few more questions, please. Thank you.
Where was I? Liam's death, Third Eye Flyer. Oh, I haven't asked Simon about the Third Eye Flyer. I didn't realize that. Alright.
Have you seen this before?
Oh, is this the thing that James did? Yeah, I've heard of it.
What do you know about all this? A third eye, I think they were called?
I don't really know anything about it. I mean, I've heard about Liam's death, but all I know about Three Eyes or whatever is on this flyer.
So you hadn't
Did you ever grab the stuff from the lake?
No,
what
sorry.
Stuff from the lake? You talking about the stuff at the very beginning, like the little. I didn't get anything actually from the lake. I got stuff from the dock. Suspicious XXX DVD.
Have you seen this before?
I've seen this before.
No, sorry.
Why did anybody see that before? I mean, like, really?
What do you know about doll burning?
Not on the course. It's a ritual thing. It's getting rid of things that you don't need. Throw it into the fire.
And that's a good thing?
Well, yeah, it helps you getting rid of things you don't need, so you can move on and take control again.
Interesting.
So what are the masks for?
I should throw all my
They're
games and
just
stuff
to
in the
help
fire.
you get into the right frame of mind.
That'll be a good
Just
idea.
get you into the zone, help with the trance.
A trance?
Yeah. It's like self-hypnosis. We do it on the course sometimes. It's just to help you get into the right frame of mind,
So you hypnotize yourself? How do you do that?
Just stare into a mirror and chant something, just say the same thing over and over again.
That's funny.
Or you can just close your eyes and put yourself into a trance. Some people can do that.
And that's safe?
Well, yeah. Hypnosis doesn't work the way that most people think it does. You can't just be hypnotized if you don't want to be hypnotized.
I did know that.
But you can learn to hypnotize yourself.
What did you say it was called? Auto-hypnosis?
Self-hypnosis.
Oh, I said autoerotic
auto-hypnosis,
asphyxiation,
same
actually.
thing, really.
I think Simon was a bit too quick to play down the role of auto-hypnosis on the course. I'll have to ask around about this.
He gave me a new clue. Wow, this is pretty, I'm actually gaining a lot of knowledge
Later on,
here.
if that's okay.
Let's talk about this. I think after this I'm going to call it a day because I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah. I was all over college last year. James made it. Idiot.
So you don't agree with what I'm saying?
No, I don't agree with anything James says. He's absolutely crazy. He thinks that the government has been controlled by aliens, that we're all bugged. He's nuts.
To be honest, though, I feel like everyone has some kind of accident except Jinx. That's funny. So the flyer while at college last year doesn't mean anything James says. How'd you find this?
Have you seen this before?
Oh my god, give that to me!
No?
Too boring.
Don't think so.
What do you know about doll burning?
Doll burning, I think, was something that they did on the course. Simon mentioned it.
Oh, they didn't do that when you were there?
No.
Do you know what auto-hypnosis is?
It's some type of self-hypnosis, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're really smart.
No, I haven't. But I think Kate was into it. She learned it from when she went to Atlas.
And what did she tell you about it?
Not a lot, really. I think it helped her. I think she used it as a sort of self-meditation.
Interesting. She used hypnosis as self-meditation. I didn't see Kate very often. Self-medication or self-meditation? Trevor's this whole blackmail thing. I'm surprised he hasn't brought up this blackmail with Ryan or anybody else. I mean, that's like really pretty weird that he hasn't brought it up. Just because if one person mentions it, he doesn't like. That's one really weird thing about this game. If he gets like information from her, he doesn't tell anybody else that information and ask them about it. That's just odd. Okay. I guess that's it. Other ones one to Atlas. The kid wrote a mirror. Heard the phrase for not feeling guilty. Doesn't know Liam very well. Alright, I think I'm going to stop for now. I mean, we have other stuff to do. First of all, this last thing here, the adultless auto-hypnosis, we have consulted to ask everybody else about that, so we could do that. We also have this remote control lock, which I don't know where it came from, but we probably can use that somewhere. But let's see what percentage through we are of the game. How do I do that? Home. 37%. So we were 19 when we started. So basically, it seems like every time we play, we get about 20% through, which is not that much. But probably another few times we'll do this. But I mean, I'm not. I don't think this is the greatest game ever made. I think, in fact, the acting is pretty bad, and the script is much worse. The guy who wrote this game should be a little bit embarrassed, I think. And the fact that he made a really great game after this is great. This one is not so good, but I'm still enjoying playing it. It's like watching like a really bad movie that's so bad that it's enjoyable, I guess. And the adventure game part of it is okay. It's fine. I have no issue with it. So, and I happen to really like full motion video games. So as a whole, I am liking this game. It's definitely not the best game I've ever played, not by a long shot, but it's not bad. I'm enjoying it. I'm curious what you guys think in the chat. If you haven't said so already, please let me know. Or if you're watching this afterwards, leave a comment and let me know. Jeremy says it's bad. It's his first FMV game, though. Yeah, I mean, again, it's still fun. I'm still having a good time. But regardless, I think I'm going to call it a night for tonight. Inspired by Sierra. Interesting. Well, I'll plan to stream again later in the week and maybe continue this. I probably will continue because I do want to get through it. I am having a reasonable time. If you think I should stop playing this game and never play it again and stream something else next time, leave a comment and let me know. And if you think it's fun and interesting and you want to see how it continues, then also leave a comment and let me know, because I may change my plans based on what the audience thinks. I'm really curious what you guys watching all think about this. But thank you, Jeremy, for being so lively in the chat. Thank you, Matt. Thank you, Quilted Northern. Thanks other folks who were here. I know there's some other people that were here briefly as well. Didn't chat quite as much, but you were there. Jeremy says play and finish it. That's your vote. Let's see what the other people say, though. But please, if you're watching this, like the video if you haven't done so already. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And come back. This way you can come back next time to see the next part or whatever else we do here. Quilted Northern also says, I'm interested to see how it plays out. All right, so two regulars both want to continue it, so that's a very strong vote for continuing. But I am curious what other people think as well. But I think we're very strongly leaning towards continuing right now. So probably on Wednesday, we'll pick it up. But in the meantime, great to see all you guys in the chat. And hello to everybody watching this after the fact. And we'll do this again real soon. Have a great day, evening, wherever you are, everybody. And talk to you all later. I'm sorry I was so far away this whole time. Talk to you all later, everybody. Have a good night. Bye-bye.